all our viewers. Today we have with us Professor Aseri, Professor G.K. Aseri from Amity University, Rajasthan. He's the provost of Amity University, Rajasthan. Thank you, sir, today for being with us here, sharing your valuable time with us.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
So, to start with the question, sir, like you have held key positions at educational institutes throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Education, it's my dream job. Actually, when I was in school, and I'm from a average family and humble family, and my father told me at that time we don't have any other business opportunity and the agricultural background. You study hard, work hard, and prepare your platform independently. Then that day I have decided to complete my graduation, post graduation, PhD, and with research output to enter in the academia. And this is the novel job, as well as this is the job where we can get satisfaction, because every year new batch is coming. Every year a new research scholars are also coming in the group, in the team, and every time we feel motivation and getting inspiration. So this is the platform where I can serve not only the nation, it is a global service.
True. Great, sir. It's always inspiring to hear such stories that you know we have such academia in our education sector. Thank you for your contribution, sir. So next
Thank you.
question: how does the curriculum of Amity University, Rajasthan, ensure the best practice of industry?
MET University, Rajasthan, I am serving as a provost today, and I joined in 2006. And step by step, university has given me a platform, and I learned so many things, and still I am learning day by day, week by week, month by month. And university curriculum, academic administration, now I am involved, as well as I am contributing. And industry is the major one, because with reference to the national education policy, which the government has given on 29th of July, and this policy also focuses on continuous assessment, flexibility, academic autonomy, and industry integration. So if I conclude, industry integration is the most important part for academia right now, because the students are coming to the university, academic institutions in India and abroad for excellent exposure and the industry integration. And once a teacher start teaching in classroom, they teach classroom board teaching, they take some of the examples, they take some of the case studies. But after industry integration, we invite industry people to complete 10, 15, sometime 20% of the curriculum. We send our students to the industry for visit first, then in the next semester, if it is a 3-year or 4-year program, after the industry visit, we send students for 15 days internship, 30 days internship, then final maximum 6-month internship. So industry is teaching to the university, university students are going to the industry, and finally students will be in the industry for the internship. And we prepare curriculum in consultation with the respective industry. Industry people are coming to the university, we sit together for 3 to 4 days in board of studies of the respective department and prepare the curriculum. Nutshell, industry is the part of university for the curriculum development, curriculum implementation, and the final progression. So this is the nutshell in the national education policy. This is the policy of our university, MET University Rajasthan, and all sister MET University. Industry integration is the backbone.
That's very valuable information, sir. Very great insight. Um, as the provost, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students are?
Provost is an academic designation. In India, people are not familiar with this designation. People know and they acquainted with dean academics, they acquainted with the dean of the department. Then provost is a very popular designation in US, UK, Australia. It is an academic designation. My work chart is to keep eye on teaching learning, evaluation pattern, timely completion of the evaluation, mode of evaluation, teaching pedagogy, upgradation of the teaching pedagogy in the university. So we take FDPs, we train our faculty members, we provide support to the faculty members to institutionalize international practices, to improve classroom delivery, to improve curriculum contents, and provide best academic exposure to its students. So overall, we are interacting, and as per my work chart, I am interacting with faculty members, I am interacting with the students, and we take suggestions from the students, we take suggestions from the alumni, we take suggestions from the industry, we take suggestions from the parents, and complete the loop by incorporating all suggestions in the teaching learning and university governance. So as a provost, I am looking academics closely, and with team of faculty members, with help of the respective head of departments, we try to improve curriculum every year. And this is the continuous process. Every year we are adding new. In last 2015, we have added choice-based credit system. After, we have added uniform course coding system. Then we have given the industry advisory board to each and every department. And recently now we have gone through the national education policy, and the policy, it came on 29th July, which will be implementing on 2021-22 after the parliament clearance. But in 2019-20 onwards, we have given the more flexibility to the students, and in MET University Rajasthan, now we have given 50% evaluation in continuation mode. So this is the academic affairs, and I am doing my job, and I am satisfied with this academic delivery.
That's great information, sir. Very valuable for the viewers, and specifically about Amity University Rajasthan. So when you first came to Amity University, what was your vision for the university? Has it evolved over time, and how far along in implementing that vision are you?
I am PhD from Central Arid Zone Research Institute in 2001. I heard about Amity. I gone through the website, because that time we were not having the smartphone, and that time internet was also not very easily available at home. So I went to our computer cell of the institute, and I have gone through the website, discussed with my guide, some academicians, and they have suggested me, this is a very good institution, you must join, because it is growing very fast, and the institutional ethics are very good. And academically, governance wise, delivery wise, this is the institute where you can serve and you can build your career. That time I was not in mindset to serve 15 years, and now today it is 15 years. So I have seen Amity University growing in last 15 years. Now we have 12 university in India. We have 13 campuses globally. So other than India, we have 13 universities. We have 13 campuses. Every year we are adding something new. I have just recently, in your question number 1, question number 2, given some examples what academic exposure we are adding year by year. So as I was doing PhD at premier research organization of the country, I have joined the university after long discussion with my very dynamic chancellor, Dr. Aseem Chauhan. We had long discussion. He has given me the vision, and he is a very visionary man. He has given, we have to integrate industry, academia, and research will be the backbone. So I was a research scholar. Then my dream was that time to join academic institution in my career. And with this commitment, I joined Amity University, Rajasthan. And university has given me the platform. We have prepared a curriculum of initially for biotechnology program, later on for microbiology. Then I upgraded, university has upgraded me for the deputy dean academics. Then I was involved in the other department, academic affairs, and the full university. In each and every department, industry integration, research component, faculty delivery in the classroom, I found whatever discussion we had in 2006, I remember the date also, July 21st. Year by year, we are implementing the same. So I am very much satisfied. University is doing excellent work for its student, for social service, for industry, and we are providing workforce, we are providing professionals for nation building activities and for global missions. And I have worked almost a year in Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, our biggest setup. I have learned a lot from Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, because I am from a small town, small city, and I worked in Noida. So I found it is a very good organization, and I am frequently traveling all our sister universities. So our mission is common, and this is the vision given by our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan ji.
That's very great to know, sir. Talking about Amity University, Amity University is a globally known university, sir. What would you like people to know about Amity University, Rajasthan, they may not know?
I belong to Rajasthan. Jodhpur is a small town. Noida, NCR, Mumbai, Calcutta, in metro cities, people are more advanced technologically or gadget wise, information wise. And definitely in these big cities, schools are also providing excellent exposure. So in comparison with big cities, the Rajasthan small cities are untouched. they don't have information in comparison with the city people. If I talk about Jaisalmer, if I talk about Badmer, if I talk about Bikaner, if I talk about the more interior, you can say it is beyond the Jaisalmer, it is the Mohangarh, Ramgarh. There are small villages, small dhani system. They are not aware. But you see, UPSC examination results, I am talking about the civil services, you see a big lot is coming from these areas. So people have talent. We need to aware them that this is the infrastructure available in Jaipur or at different cities. So we are on the mission, and we are now since last 5-6 years frequently traveling to these cities. We are organizing workshops for schools, and as it is a vision of our Chancellor Aseem Chauhanji, we are giving advanced frontier subject-based workshops to the various schools, and we are providing this information to the school level. These are the area where you can build your career, wherever you want to go, whether to the Jaipur or to the any other university or internationally, wherever you want to visit. These are the new area where India is doing better, or where we are thinking this will be the area for future job prospectus, entrepreneurship prospectus, and related area. So our mission is to inform more and more, and now with help of newspaper, TV, and these visits, what I said just, are making people more aware, are making students more advanced, and they are taking right decision for higher education.
So very valuable insights for the students also, that the university is doing so much in all the aspects. Thank you for that information, sir. So what do you see as Amity University Rajasthan's greatest strengths?
Yes, I think nutshell, this is the direct question of the university best practices, the university strength, and definitely industry integration is the one. And after industry integration, overall holistic development is the aim of the university. For holistic development of the student, we provide excellent academic infrastructure, giving industry exposure by inviting them to the university, by sending our students to the industry and providing the internship opportunity for the students. And we have a separate department in the university, is a corporate resource cell. Full year they are working for the internship opportunities as per the taste of the student, and they are searching for students' progression. We have an entrepreneurship cell. Those who want to come up as an entrepreneur, we have an incubator. So we incubate the students' idea, and overall university ensure the students' progression. So after the industry integration, assurance of students' progression is the strength. So our strength is industry integrated professional programs and this assurance of progression. And besides these two, university provides foreign language option to the students, compulsory credit for communication skills, compulsory credit for behavioral science, because if we prepare doctors and engineers and professionals and bureaucrats and technocrats, And if they are not with the Indian ethics, if they are not with the mental peace, they are not the successful. They will not fulfill the dreams of parents. If they will not show the respect to the human beings, so they should not be hungry for money. They should be involved themselves in the nation building. So our strength is these value added courses, and these are compulsory courses in the Amity University. There is one more point, is the military training. We are providing this military training program capsule, a week program compulsory, mandatory for all the students of the university. It will give team strength skill to the students. It will give more discipline, because in the university, discipline is also important factor, and we don't have any student union. So this is the representation. All class representatives are presenting the monthly or a fortnightly plan to the program coordinators. This type of system we have in the university, and these are the salient point in the university. And then definitely we are inculcating all global practices one by one. It is an academic world, and a study is continuously going on. As I said, recently we have added choice-based credit system, uniform course coding system, industry integrated programs, and industry advisory board to the various departments. These are some examples.
Great, sir. Good to see that the university is taking a holistic approach. But as you work through these, what are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for higher education in general and for Amity University, Rajasthan specifically?
Yeah, this is also a very important point, because Rajasthan is having a lot of universities. The government setups also and private setups also. Out of 936, and I think number is increasing year by year or month by month. So you can say approx from 1,000 universities, I think we have the maximum private universities, and the setup and concentrating in Jaipur also. So you can say I am a biology teacher, and I can say it's a mushrooming in education is going on, and universities are coming with minimum setup, and after establishment they are not upgrading their setup as per the requirement. So they are giving misleading information to the young students and parents. And after completion of the program, students are not able to fulfill the expectation of the industry wherever they are working. So this is the big challenge. Quality in education is required, and you see the NAC, you see the MHRD, NIRF. So now government is doing very good in quality monitoring and accreditations and rankings. They have a very transparent and clear ranking system, and our all universities are in the same list. Every year MHRD survey is going on, and our rankings are continuously going up. And in the NAC also, out of our 12 universities in India, 3 has already completed the NAC accreditation, and others are also moving. So in next 2-3 years, our all universities will be the NAC accredited universities. For Rajasthan, as I said, we have big private universities set up, and awareness is a little bit less. It's a big state. Distances are very high. Literacy in city, of course, it is good. But in village area and small cities and small town, literacy is also not very good. Few people are coming as a IAS and Rajasthan administrative service professionals, but in totality, if you see, literacy is not very good. So we are in tough situation. Whenever we visit a school, people are saying we have university in our town also, what will be the difference? Then we have to explain what is the importance of NAC, how NIRF is doing ranking system, and how it can be helpful for parents, because NIRF is now publishing the list of academic institutions of the country every year. It is for parents, it is for new students, but people are not aware. So it is very tough for us to first of all explain what is NIRF, what is NAC, and where we stand, and what exposure we will provide if students comes to us. So these are the challenges, and we have state-of-art infrastructure in all our universities. So people are visiting our website, and people are visiting our university, and once they visit laboratory, once they visit our corporate resource center, our value added programs, and they are meeting with our head of departments, and once they come to know about our curriculum and the pedagogy, then they will not compare. So yes, we are fighting with our challenge, and we are enjoying with challenge also.
Great bouquet of information, sir. The whole approach that the university is taking. Any suggestions you would like to give the current youth and the aspiring students? I'm sure as a teacher, you always want to impart knowledge to the students. So I think, yeah.
Yes, surely, because this is the take-home message from any of the academicians, and I have also a little bit information from the academic side in my 18 years academic experience after PhD. Jobs, business opportunities, higher education, you can say the entire progression plan, whatever we are preparing today, it will 100% change after 5, 7 years, 8 years. It means life is changing very fast. Jobs are changing very fast. Opportunities are changing. So we should be ready for change. Once students prepare for higher education plan, they should discuss in detail, they should visit the universities, whether government, whether private, or within private, if they want to visit 2-3 universities, it will be good for them and parents also to compare. So my message to all students, search the website, visit the university, read some good articles and interact with some academicians and try to dig what type of diversity will come after 10 years. Then choose your plan. I will give one example. When I was in college, that time, cow dung based small methane plant government they have launched that time, and our teachers told us this is the best alternative fuel for cooking, for energy. But slowly wind energy, thermal energy, solar energy came in the picture. We can easily discuss in next 3-4 years all electric cars, all alternate fuel based appliances and fuel based system is coming to our country. So this is the only one example I have given. Things are changing. We should be ready for change. And we should not take decision with friends, or I can say with one opinion of a person, whosoever. Take a wise decision. After 10 years, things will change. You have to decide today. After entry, you will not get a big room for change or shuffle a lot. Even National Education Policy 2020 is providing a option for multiple entry and multiple exit, or a combination of the different subjects, where the science students can take the courses and areas of the commerce, and commerce student can take from the science. So this option is available at a limited level. You cannot like this, you complete the BTech in computer science and then you think, okay, I should go for the history. It is not possible. So the take home message is, take a wise decision after thorough discussion and visit to some of the best academic institutions.
It's a very valid point, sir. I can connect to it. I can relate to it. Very, insightful for all the students who are looking to enter the university. So we have more than, as you said, we have more than 19 years of experience in the education sector and have witnessed its development in this course. What is your opinion in pursuing higher education in India, and how our country is providing opportunities for the aspiring students?
Our country is now very fastly growing. Now we cannot say we are the developing country. I think say we are fastly developing country. Things are moving very fast. During the COVID-19, you can say lockdown period, work from home culture, we have all type of teachers. In some, I can say, university like Amity, we have trained our university faculty, teaching and non-teaching staff within a week, and prepared the university fully online within a week, and commenced the semester smoothly and completed all scheduled tasks as per the academic calendar without any hassle. It means, I want to say, some universities, whether in government or private, they have developed the system very fastly because they were ready that time. They were ready that time with infrastructure, with curriculum, with this plan, and we have taken this task as a mission and completed this complete schedule and academic delivery, and without loss of student, we have completed semester, we have completed examinations, and we have commenced the next semester, and all systems are going smoothly online. So for our nation, we have to plan properly. We have to implement at micro level and prepare our academic environment for this type of situation. Not only the COVID situation, in future also we have to integrate. And I again want to refer National Education Policy. Industry integration, nation's growth, and role of academia are the important triangle in the academic world where we can prepare our future. So from nation-wise, it is an opportunity. We can easily implement the national education policy. We have good universities are in our country, in private also, in government also. We can easily implement the national education policy and provide the best diversity, the best flexibility to our students, and this flexibility will surely help forthcoming professionals, students, and industry. So it will be helpful for our country.
Very well said, sir. India is full of opportunities. It is just matter of who wants to take full use of that opportunity. The NEP, as you were saying, you have given us insights about the new education policy. The NEP 2020 has been rolled out and brings out some key changes in our education system. What are your thoughts on the same, and what impact would it have on higher education in general?
It is a very important question, and I have already given reference of NEP 2020, but yes, this is the particular question on it. In Amity University, Rajasthan, or in our sister universities, students are coming from all the states of the country, from international countries also. We have students from US, UK, Africa, neighboring countries also. So they are coming with all their school experience. And with reference to the country India, 10+2 system, and students are coming with the 10+2 system with a fixed mindset. And suddenly they enter in the academic environment where we are providing the flexible environment. We are providing credit, choice-based credit system. We are providing the uniform course credit system. We are providing industry integration. We are providing the behavioral science classes. We are providing the communication, military training. We are providing the industrial exposure. We are inviting industry experts for workshop. So activity-based learning environment we are providing to the university. So in first semester, second semester, it will give a big shock to them. It will give a big shock to the students. But I think after this policy, students will come with mindset, because under this policy, now they have given semester system to class 9, 10th, 11th and 12th. And we also have semester system. They have launched continuous evaluation system. We also have continuous evaluation system. They have given industry internship opportunity to the students in the last part of the school phase. So like this, I have mapped approx 12 to 13 common practices which are available under the NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, and Amity University, Rajasthan, what we are doing. It means students will come with same mindset and they will be acquainted with university system quickly. So I think now onwards, policy will come. I think after the parliament, it will be in form of an act, and it will come to all of us. And government is planning for 2021 and 22 onwards. So I think in coming 4-5 years, students will come with full preparation. And we need not to train our first semester students what is the credit system, what is the academic flexibility, what do you mean by industry integration, what do you mean by the industry advisory board, what you need to do if you enter into the industry. Then you can leave this program in between also. So I think our university is in favor of this policy. It will be a good opportunity, and we will be in the benefit, because once student will come with the full preparations, we need not to waste time on this repetition, and we will provide something else. We will provide direct academic exposure. I think your voice is not coming.
Point.
I'm not getting your voice actually.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Is it coming now, sir?
Yeah, it's audible now.
Yeah. So I was saying that very, very insightful information, sir, for the students, for me personally, and all the viewers that would be viewing this video. You have, answered all the relevant questions very crisply and a very connecting way that the student can connect to. So thank you for
My duty.
thank you for sharing your valuable time with us today and being a part of this series by College Dunia. Thank you from the whole team of College Dunia. This series, Thoughtful Leadership, is a part of Thoughts on Education initiative that we have done to bridge this long due gap between the parents, students, and the leadership of the universities, which is why we have initiated this to bridge that gap. Thank you again, sir, for sharing your valuable information and your time with us today.
Thank you very much, College Dunia, because definitely all stakeholders are waiting for the correct information and timely information, and you people are doing excellent job by taking all university professional interviews and providing this thought and discussion to the stakeholders, and it will surely be helpful for all students, whether they are in school or in the colleges. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity, and from the Amity University Rajasthan, we will be thankful to you. And definitely it's an academic world, and things will move, and new things will come in continuation mode. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words and humble and modest words. Thank you so much.